In this video, we're gonna go over how to polish your paint. Here, I'm just gonna be working on the door panel, but I'm gonna talk to you about the tools and products that I'm using, the before condition, the process that I'm actually doing on the paint, and give you information just throughout the video. So if you wanna learn how to polish your paint, you wanna get into polishing paint, then this video is for you. The condition of the paint isn't entirely bad, right? I mean, I've seen much worse paint than this right here, but it hasn't, I can guarantee you, it has not been polished ever in its life. I think it's like the 09, I want to say. I could be way off. And it hasn't been protected in years for sure. So this is just, you know, like most cars, just everyday driving. You wash it, take it through a tunnel washer, what have you. So it's just your ordinary basic vehicle that hasn't been maintained or polished or waxed or taken care of. So it's good overall for how long it's been and for what hasn't been done to the paint, but overall it can still have a huge difference in the paint. So for starters, I just skipped the washing process just because I'm going to do the entire vehicle, but I just wanted to do a video on this section right here. So I skipped the washing part on the video at least, but I just literally just wiped it down. I use Optimum No Rinse in my Quasar bottle for clay lubricant. I'm using the Nanoskin Fine Grade Clay Mitt to clay the paint. I'm using the G15 from Grit's Garage and the 5.5 inch yellow polishing pad from Oberk. I'm also using their polish called Polish, and I'm using a towel I've been testing out to do just this door panel, which I'm going to replicate that entire process on the entire vehicle. So first step is going to be that you wash the vehicle. Now I'm not going to show you that part, pretty straightforward. Whatever wash method you're using, just go ahead and clean the surface. But after we do this, and here because I'm in the garage, I don't want to get water, it's about to rain outside, so I literally just use a waterless wash and wiped it down with a towel. No biggie since we're about to correct the paint. Next step is going to be the claying process, and here I'm just going to use Optimum No Rinse in this Quasar bottle with a clay mitt. Now it's very important that you keep the panel very lubricated as you're doing the claying process, because once there's no longer lubrication, you're just kind of pretty much putting friction between your mitt or clay bar and the paint, and you're going to cause more marring. If you're using a clay bar, it's going to get stuck on the paint, and then you have a higher possibility of dropping it. So when you are claying, make sure you're putting ample enough of clay lubricant. And if your paint is bad, you're actually going to hear the coarseness to it. You're going to hear some, like the actual texture of it. This one's not that bad. Let me see if the mic picks it up. It has a little bit of contamination, but not much is going on. It has cleared up. Okay, once you're done claying, it's all nice and smooth. Go ahead and take your towel, drying towel, whatever towel you have, and go ahead and wipe it all down. Like I always say, here in the prep process, I'm not trying to be extra gentle just because we're literally about to do a two-step correction on it. So any small little swirl, scratches, marring that I put in is going to come out super easy in the next phase. So I'm not overly concerned that I'm not treating this like a feather or something, if that even made sense. Okay, now that that's done, the next step is going to be to, if you want, you can use an iron remover and remove any iron particles that are still on the paint. Some people do it before the cleaning process, some people do it after the cleaning process. Here I'm just going to skip it just because I'm in the garage and I don't want to deal with that smell or anything, but you could do it if you want it or if you're outside. It's much better to do it in an outdoor environment because it smells very harsh, for the most part at least, depending on what product you're using, but most of them have a pretty harsh smell. So next, now we washed it, we clayed it. Now let's get into the bulk of the work, which is going to be actual polishing it. And for starters, I'm going to just put a few drops of polish here on the pad. Everyone has a different way of priming it. I'm going to just go ahead and put it on here and then tap it around the surface and work it like that. So I just want to see if this light one step, this yellow polishing pad with the polish from Oberk is going to cut enough to where it's going to give us favorable results. If not, we'll go ahead and then try something more aggressive on this side. And this is primarily just to prime the pad. Everyone has their own method. I could have probably used less. So I'm gonna just put it on speed 4 and just kind of work it in. But this is definitely too much. So based off of just looking through the paint, it looks like it got a good improvement. It's pretty easy to work with. There's no oils with the Oberk line, so after we wipe it down, what we see is what we get. I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe it down. This towel that I'm using is called the Buffer towel, I believe. I'm just testing it out, so still not sure of the quality and such, but that's the towel that I'm using. Let's see here. Hopefully it's picking it up on camera, because then I just missed a shot. And I would say, based off of this, and I'll bring you guys here in a little bit, is that we removed about 95% of the swirls and scratches. Now again, there's no fillers in the polish, but let's just for the sake of the video, I'll use a final a prep polish prep, whatever it's called, paint polish prep, whatever it's called, to remove any potential oils to see if this is really the true result. Now this is from Malco. This is their Epic ceramic final prep wipe. It's to remove any oils and such. So let's just spray it and wipe it down, and let's see the results that we get. Again, the Oberks, at least what they say on the website and on the bottles, is there's no fillers, so that's what I'm gonna take it for. But just to see if we see anything different between this, let's see here. So far I'm liking this tile, very, very plush. I think it's 600 GSM, and let me see here. And based off of after the wipe down, there's no difference in the end results of the polish section. So it's the results that you see are the results that you're getting. They're true results. You can clearly see, at least from my angle, maybe not the camera, that there's that specific line right here where all these swirls and scratches are, obviously, and this is the nice polished side. So this is here. This is, in my opinion, is favorable results. We don't really have to go more on a two-step, because if I wanted to get better results, I could probably just polish it down a bit more down pressure, a little bit more working time. Or maybe just do a two-step, but with a quick pass of a cutting disc. But I'm not gonna go that far, because that's just going way farther than what I need to in terms of getting results. I mean, that's at least 90-ish% in one pass, so that's very good to keep on going with. So now that we saw what we could get with this simple process, before I clean it off, because I don't really use it, I'm just gonna put a little bit more of the polish onto the pad, just a little bit more, because I still have plenty from, not much, there's plenty of dots there, but I didn't put a lot of product on the actual pad. And let's just keep on cutting since we're already in that phase. Let me zoom in for you guys, and I'm gonna just spread it around. It's on speed setting 5, 4, 4.5. Whoops, just click the camera. Now let me lower the ISO. And then let's give it a good wipe down here. Yeah, this towel is very, very plush. I think it's 600 GSM. I need to check the bag again, but so far off here in the last few times that I used it, it's been holding up well. And I'm not gonna do a wipe down again with the paint prep just because we already did it once and it has no fillers. We checked, so it's all good there. So just checking the results here and getting basically similar results. I can working down a little here, down here, more. Still gotta work this bottom section, but overall, I'm looking at the exact same results as from over here. So it's pretty gravy. So I just went ahead and cleaned off the pad a little bit off camera. I don't have an air compressor, so I just use a brush and a towel with some water or ONR. So now let's keep on tackling the paint. Again, I'm gonna spread it around. You could either just spread it around with your finger on the pad itself. You can start on a low speed and work it in. You can start on your normal speed and work it in. It's just down to preference, really. There's no specific science to all of this. It's primarily just preference. So again, I'm still on speed 4.5 now. Medium to light pressure, moderate, it's arm speed. If it wasn't finishing down, if I needed more power with just this setup, you could put more down pressure, slower arm movement, maybe even work it in more. You could even just like leave the polish there, put a little bit more product on and keep on working it. Or if you just want to bypass that, take a little bit more time but be more direct with your results, you could just up to a cutting disc or any type of cutting pad at this point with a compound or even the polish maybe, and quickly do a pass, because this clear coat is obviously on the soft side, so anything more aggressive than this is going to cut it down a lot quicker than maybe just taking more time with the polish. Plenty of combinations to go with on paint. And that's gonna wrap up this video. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, want to troll, just leave those in the comment section down below. As you know, I always try to reply to as many as I can. For those links and guides, check the description box down below for more information. Other than that, I will see you on the next video.